So if you're looking for a great place to spend an afternoon or a weekend, we recommend a unique destination that's close but just off the beaten path. Lyme, New Hampshire is home to a unique community like no other in New Hampshire. We spent a day talking to local residents and found we could only tell part of the whole story. You decide. Here's Explore Outside's Destination Lyme.
Hi, I'm Dave Salone, and I'm here in the village of Lyme, New Hampshire. I'm the co-owner, along with my wife Lisa, of Long River Gallery and Gifts. Lyme is a terrific community, and it is really, I think, probably at the epicenter of an artist colony. And Long River Gallery and Gifts happens to capture about 120 artists and craftspeople who represent their work, and they come from all around the Lyme and greater Upper Valley area. So the arrangement we have with each of the artists is that they can show their work here at Long River Gallery and Gifts so long as we have space for it and so long as it's a fit. So fit is dependent upon quality as well as whether or not the jury accepts their work. So all of the work is juried. Many of our artists and our craftspeople also choose to shop sit in exchange for a slightly reduced commission taken by the shop when their pieces sell. So we have about 45 volunteer shop sitters who come in and staff the shop. So when people come into Long River Gallery and Gifts, they're almost 99% guaranteed to actually meet an artist and be able to talk with them about their work that they have in the gallery or in the shop. And we've increased the total number of artists and crafters from about 80 or 90 to 120. So there's sort of something for everyone at this point, whether you're looking for a gift, an anniversary present, something for yourself, whatever it may be. It can be a hat, it can be a handicraft, it can be pottery, woodenware, ceramics. It can be art of almost any variety, from oil pastel to watercolor to encaustic to oil on canvas, pencil sketches, pencil drawings, those sorts of things. What we're looking for mostly is for people to come in and sort of buy into this notion that shopping locally for products made locally is very, very important. And it's something that will kickstart the local economy in ways that are really, very, very special. So for example, when you buy a piece of art from an artist, or let's say a wooden bowl from someone who lives locally, you're helping them continue to thrive and live in the community. So you get to see them. They may be a teacher, they may be teaching your child, they may be a doctor, they may be taking care of you at some point, they may be your librarian. I mean, they're not necessarily an artist full-time 100% of the time. But our phone number is 603-795-4909, or you can just drive right into the village of Lyme and you'll see our red open flag on a sign right out in front of Mascoma Bank, and you can come by because we're open Tuesday through Sunday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., and Mondays by appointment. And the best way to make an appointment is just to shoot an email to art@longrivergallery.com.
I'm your host, Elizabeth Durazio, and River Valley Chronicle's taking a road trip today down to scenic Lyme, New Hampshire, where I'm joined by Tammy Dowd of Dowd's Country Inn. And Tammy, you love the town of Lyme, and you made it your home for your business. Can you tell us what attracted you to Lyme, New Hampshire?
Well, I was actually born and raised in Lyme, and I was in the restaurant business, and we fell into the inn business in 1989. This home became available, and it seemed like a wonderful opportunity for us to begin our own family business, which was a bed and breakfast catering facility. We've done a lot of improvements this year alone. We've added on a stone patio in the back of the inn for cocktail receptions for up to 150 people. That's been a real big attraction, and we're constantly maintaining the building, whether it's painting it or refurbishing the rooms. And of course, we're getting geared up for this big addition and restaurant that's coming on.
And there must be a lot of opportunities to assist people with like weddings or special events with that catering aspect.
Yes, we have 20 rooms at the inn, and then we have a 200-seat catering facility with outdoor space for up to about 400 is really the max that we'll do there. We do everything from wedding ceremonies, rehearsal dinners, to conferences for the local Upper Valley businesses, and anniversary parties, really any type of gathering. We say we're the place to gather for business or pleasure, and it's really that, for business or pleasure.
And for a business like yours, having the right backdrop of a community is very important. Can you tell us a little bit about Lyme and how it contributes to your business?
We have a great local support with the people in town. We do a lot of local specials for people that bring their family and do events with us. For example, we have the local lime special, so if people have their family stay with us, we give a discounted rate to incorporate our community and have their family stay with us.
The nice thing about New Hampshire is we live in such scenic communities. Like, who wouldn't want to get married in Lyme with the beautiful backdrop there? And also, it sounds like you're taking care of every step of the way on a stressful wedding.
We are. You can have your ceremony there and all the way through the closing of the reception. We do a lot of on-site ceremonies that lead into the cocktail reception, into the dinner reception and dancing, and so everything's right there. People like it. They come in for a rehearsal dinner, they do their wedding, and close out with a Sunday brunch, so it's really a whole weekend event for them right at one location. The vows generally take place down by our duck pond that's on the back of the property, and it has a very nice auditorium style where the guests sit sort of in rows down to the pond, and then we have a beautiful cedar arbor where they actually have their ceremony. And then we bring them up from the pond to the backyard where the new patio is, surrounded by gardens and old stone walls.
Now, if someone is familiar with your business, what might they not know that you have on the horizon that we should perhaps get the word out about?
We're actually getting ready to put on an addition and open up a tavern. It's going to be the Latham House Tavern at the Dowds Country Inn. We're planning to break ground in the next couple of months, and we'll be opening in early 2016.
And what I really like about your approach is you really are presenting a kaleidoscope of the area, so we really get a taste of Lyme. We really get a wonderful New Hampshire experience. So for our viewers that might live outside the area, what would you say to get us to come down and make sure we check out your Country Inn and eventually the tavern?
Well, if you want to have an event, you come on down and we'll plan it from A to Z for you. We do have a great staff on premise, and we really do it from the initial walking through the door and telling us what you want all the way through the end of the day of your event. We do all the details from the table settings to the centerpieces, your vendors. I mean, it's all really right there. It's kind of, you walk in, you plan it, and it happens from Friday to Sunday, or from the beginning of your event to the closing of your event. And I think that everybody should have their family and friends stay here with us and come in and experience our breakfast. But also when the tavern comes in, it's really important that our community members come in, all of our surrounding communities, to tell us what they like and what they want, and we're going to bring it to the table for them.
Well, I want to thank you, Tammy. And whether you're from Lyme or from the River Valley, you make sure you check out the Dowds Country Inn, also with their catering and planning services, and we can't wait to see that upcoming tavern. Thank you for joining us today.
I'm Reverend Amy Hayden. We're standing outside the Lyme Congregational Church in Lyme, New Hampshire. People have such wonderful memories of the church and events that were held here, and it is iconic in its classical northern New England white church near the town green. People immediately slow down and become more contemplative in the midst of this type of architecture and this small town setting. Lyme is really the perfect mix of tradition and of old New England values, while at the same time being open and ready to embrace the future, being progressive, being centered on families and on the things that we hold most dear. Well, obviously, Lyme is in a gorgeous outdoor setting, and so we begin there. You can enjoy so many activities in all 4 seasons in Lyme. However, it's really the people who are here. They're friendly and smart and have, in many cases, traveled the world, and you realize once you've been here for a while that it's not really an ordinary New England town. There's something special about it. There's something extraordinary. So our vision for the future in Lyme really focuses on this community, on this well-established community that has been here for years, for centuries, but is now starting out on a new path, a new road, and we're beginning to see different organizations come to the fore, like the Lyme Collaborative and the Community Cares and Veggie Care and Aging in Place. We have all these programs that really go across the different sectors of Lyme. So it's not just social services programs or church programs or programs at the school, but instead what we're seeing now is a real collaborative effort that brings together all these groups and leadership and in a way to really support the community more holistically. We can't wait to see you in Lyme for whatever reason that you come here, whether it's to hike or bike or ski, or whether you come for a wedding, or whether you just come to tour or visit us at the church, whether you come to bring your children to the schools or just come by the old-fashioned general store.
I'm Judy Russell, and I'm the library director at the Converse Free Library in Lyme, New Hampshire. Well, we're both the public library and the school library, so our day consists of having children come in to gather books and do their research, but also we serve the general public, and so a big part of our day is helping people find the books and the audios and videos that they want, but we also handle reference questions. We do a lot of cataloging of books and materials. We purchase, and we also help people with technology questions. We are one of the few libraries in the state of New Hampshire that is both a school and a public library. The school is conveniently located across the street, and so townspeople have always felt that it is a nice thing to have the school children come in during the day and use that. So we have a school librarian and then 2 staff members here as public librarians. This particular library is very well used. We lend over 25,000 items a year, and we have very popular programming both for children and adults. We have an active Friends of the Library group, and they bring in speakers, writers, folks who have traveled the world, all kinds of interesting programs. So we really are an intrinsic part of the Lyme community. Lyme is special not only because it's such a beautiful, bucolic New England town, but because the people who have chosen to live here are really committed to an idea of community and being there for their neighbors. And because we are the size we are, which is fewer than 2,000 people, you really can make a difference in each other's lives.
Hi, I'm Karen Keene. I'm on the board of the Lyme Foundation here in Lyme, New Hampshire. The Lyme Foundation started about 25 years ago in response to a need to make a critical addition to our school. And some people came together here in town, were able to raise the money, and that launched the Lyme Foundation for the future, for the next 25 years. And over the course of time, what we've been able to do is continue to support important projects that really make a difference here in the quality of life. I think there are 2 ways we've been woven into the fabric of the town, and one is through the direct financial contribution to support important organizations, but also we've become in part a gathering place to listen to the voices of people, to hear what's important to them. The board is always seeking ways to keep its vision fresh and its mission fresh out in front of the community, and we're currently undergoing a planning process to help us listen to the community and listen to our past history to make sure we're consistently moving forward with what the town wants and needs.
I'm Tara McGovern, and I'm the Program Director for Community Care of Lyme, and today we're here in the beautiful Lyme Library. And Community Care of Lyme is focused on providing a central resource for information, programs, and services to allow everybody in Lyme to live a happy, socially engaged, and informed life here. In 2013, there was a forum on the future of Lyme held by the Lyme Foundation, which is a philanthropic organization here in town. And they were talking about what people wanted for the future and for their future as Lyme residents. And one of the topics that was repeatedly bubbling up was aging in place. Right now, the current population of those over 85 here in Lyme is going to multiply by a factor of 5 in the next 10 years. So we have an aging population here, and that was the focus of community care as we started, was how do we allow people to live this healthy, socially engaged lifestyle in a way that honors what matters most to them in the end. And we came back with the idea of a village concept, which many people may have heard of the village movement, but it's a notion of providing programs and services that allow people to age in their home for as long as they want to. Specifically, well, we are in our first year, we're in a development year. So specifically, our intention is to work with the existing amazing Lyme volunteer organizations and provide a one-stop central resource to help individuals have access to these organizations and filling in the gaps to coordinate a whole suite of care for people to age in place. But we realize that people in times of crisis also need all the same things that somebody aging needs. If you break your leg and you can't drive, you still need a ride, and you still need someone to bring you soup and a meal and shovel your walkway. So what we're hopeful in the future is to be a one-stop resource to say, I need help. Can you coordinate help for me? Well, our vision for the future is to become the warmest town in New England with the coolest model for community health. And we are hopeful that we can provide that through allowing Lymies to live socially engaged, happy, healthy lives. And that's our hopeful vision for the future.